Hi, it's Ileana. So on November 24th, 2024, Joey is not my name, had made a post that he had used specific type of tools, radar tracking tools, to track down the flight of Michael Herrera, that flight that took him to that black site facility underground base where Michael was meeting the insider that runs the black site, one of the black sites, or is connected to running it for this black ops operation group that supposedly has these reverse engineered UFO crafts that they've shot down and built. And the original technology, I had remote viewed Michael Herrera on March 10th, 2024, and I had seen that he was flown in a helicopter to an underground facility. Literally. Went through several security checkpoints, was flown in, and that this facility has several levels underground. And this facility is somewhere in the US. That felt correct to me. The facility that I saw has several levels, and I saw floating, hovering, pyramid-shaped, triangular-type crafts. Not specifically saucer-shaped, kind of saucer-shaped with triangular formation. That's what I saw in the remote viewing, and I also saw a pyramid generator system attached to the underground facility, to the base, creating basically unlimited energy supplies, 0 point, tapping into 0 point. Those were the two major things that I saw that this facility is known for, what it does underground. Now, Michael himself cannot talk about where he went, what he saw. All he could say is, I went to a black site facility and there's stuff there, and I met with this insider. And Joey's repeating the same thing. Now, what I saw in the remote viewing, the pyramid generator attached to the base facility underground, and the hovering somewhat triangular shaped crafts. The pyramid technology generator that's connected to Atlantis, recovering Atlantean technologies, because this Black Ops group has had missions where they've recovered Atlantean technology and accessed archives. And the emblem that I saw at that facility was interesting. It was a triangular pyramid with a smaller pyramid on the bottom. That's an emblem of that underground facility. And Atlantis had used pyramid emblems and pyramid technologies. So the emblem, I'll never forget what I saw in the remote viewing. Now, this is not your typical black site facility because it is using exotic energy devices that harness exotic forms of power or limitless energy. That's those pyramid power generators that they've built from schematics from what they got from the Atlantean archives. They are using anti-gravity technologies that could manipulate gravity or enable flying vehicles. That's what I saw, what was hovering or floating in the hangar decks at one of those levels. Psychic or mind control technologies, yes, they're using that on their psionics who are trying to reverse engineer this stuff or study it. They're using that, yeah, psychic or mind control technologies. They have psionic technology or synthetic telepathy, if you will, to contact different people with psychic abilities. They have that technology. Hyper advanced weaponry that can include directed energy weapons or other futuristic military technologies. Yes, this black site facility and others, they use scalar technology, they use directed weapons, EMP, to shoot down UFOs. Michael was given that information, but what he couldn't talk about perhaps was the craft that he saw, the anti-gravity technology, and the energy devices. There could have been more than just the pyramid generators. Those were the two things that I saw. And I had seen Michael basically get off the helicopter. He was wearing casual clothes, go through security checkpoints, and go underground. And the helicopter can even be parked underground because there's underground hangars. There's also an airport strip that can be used near that facility that's there for specific helicopters landing and airplanes that have special clearances, or the helicopter could dock underground in the underground hangar if somebody doesn't want to be seen when they're landing. That's the other option. So these are the things that I saw, and I branched off and sort of went to look at the facility itself, the different levels, and that's kind of the main thing was the power generator system, covered and coated by a black substance connected to a sort of square rectangular base facility underground, because they can build those out. It's square. It's built square, rectangular shaped, in the shape of the Pentagon, actually. And the pyramid technology complements that, actually. It connects well to it to tap into 0 point, creating unlimited energy. They're also using quantum computing in some capacity to create closed circuit type of communication systems to get off of analog. They're basically not using standard things at black sites, because I've done a lot of research and analysis and remote viewing on what typical black sites are, and this is more advanced than your typical, because usual black sites facilities don't have hovering craft in the hangar deck, reverse engineered craft, like blackish gray craft hovering. This facility does. So they're doing a lot of things. And I think Michael wasn't allowed to take pictures of that, of the power generator and the hovering craft, because that's what's classified at that facility. And he's not allowed to give out the specific GPS coordinates of that facility. Joey has the coordinates. He was given the pin coordinates and some of the sites that Michael remembered, the topography and geography, or where he was being flown to. So I have no problem revealing what I found in my remote viewing of that facility. And maybe others will remote view this event, where Michael went and what he saw. I certainly did, and I found this exotic technology that's there. So usually US black site facilities, they have the following technology. In the context of US black sites, covert facilities used by intelligence agencies like the CIA or military for interrogation, detention, or secret operations. The technology used is generally far more grounded in practical modern technologies. These include surveillance technologies like drones, satellites, wiretaps, and hacking tools, data collection and intelligence gathering tools, including cyber intelligence techniques, data mining software, and digital forensics. Covert communications technologies such as encrypted devices to ensure secretive communications or communication, advanced interrogation equipment. These are often controversial and associated with human rights abuses. US black site technology typically involves current cutting-edge military and intelligence tools, not lost ancient technologies, but this Black Ops group has access to Atlantean technology that they've incorporated into this black site and others, because they've retrieved Atlantean technology. They knew where some of these advanced technological artifacts were, crafts, generator pyramid. I mean, there's one in Alaska, the Black Pyramid. That's there. Military knows about that. That's cutting edge. So black sites are real, secretive facilities operated by intelligence agencies like the CIA or military units, and their use of technology is usually focused on surveillance, interrogation, and data collection. Some technologies known to be employed at black sites based on public information and leaks include the following: advanced surveillance and communication tools. This includes satellite technology, drones, and wiretaps for monitoring individuals or areas of interest. Enhanced interrogation techniques. While often associated with controversial practices, black sites were known to have used methods such as waterboarding, stress positioning, or positions and sleep deprivation. Data collection and analysis tools. This includes sophisticated software for data mining, cyber intelligence gathering and analysis, often from seized communications or electronic devices. Covert technology. Various forms of high-tech gadgets and tools are sometimes used to facilitate secretive operations, including encrypted communication devices, hacking tools, and surveillance equipment. That's what your typical black site does. This black site has other bells and whistles, like I mentioned. Think Stargate SG-1. That kind of stuff. Stargate SG-1, that very popular show in the movies, they were using advanced Atlantean technology that had been recovered by the military. They were also using stargates to go through and travel to other planets. Now, this black site facility, the one that Michael visited, it has technology to see into the future, and they can see what will happen in the future. They have that tech. Not sure about the portal stuff, if they have portals. Didn't see any portals, but maybe they're working on something. I did see crystalline labs, labs that study crystal stuff and photonic crystals. I saw one of those labs in a follow-up remote viewing, so they're doing that. This sounds so far off and futuristic, yet it's not futuristic. You can blend Atlantean technology with military stuff and make it work cohesively. And this is a UFO control group and a black ops group all in one, so they've done it. They've blended this stuff together and they have it and use it. And I'm not surprised that Michael can't provide pictures of any of this stuff. But in order to gain the public's trust, this group has to give something out to the public, actually, at some point, to verify the validity of all of this. And I've seen what they have. I've even had psychic communications with some of these members of this group, because they have the ability to talk to psychics or psionics. I'm a P7 psionic. They have the technology to talk to me, and they've talked to me, and that sounds also far off and crazy, but it's not. It's very simplistic and easy. If they can tap into the right wavelength in your brain, they can talk to you easily through this technology. It sounds so mystical and so weird and different, but it's easy. They have that tech and they've done it. I remote viewed them. They've also interfered with me on some levels because I've disclosed stuff about them, and I have no problem disclosing what I know. Now, what are they going to do to help humanity? That's a different point, if at all or anything. They have the technology to clean up pollution. They have the technology also to heal the body, to create medicine that's organic and clean, because their labs produce regenerative medicine technologies, similar stuff to what the holographic medical pods are. They've even tried to reverse engineer healing pyramid technology, what the Atlanteans had, and that's taking them time to do because they still haven't figured that out completely. They have cloning facilities as well, so they can regenerate body parts, clone body parts. They've done genetic experiments on extraterrestrials and humans to crossbreed extraterrestrial DNA with human DNA to create super soldiers and other stuff. They have a facility in Antarctica that does this. This group has a lot of holographic technology and crafts that can leave the Earth and be at Mars in 10 minutes or less. They have hyperdrive systems, they have plasma systems for anti-grav stuff and other things. They also have their own monitoring space stations. They have space stations, several of them, above Earth orbit. They've been out to space. They do project work. And there are several aspects of this group, supposedly the good guys and the bad guys. And Michael is with the good guys, doing work with them to help bring all of this out. I'd like to see that. I'd actually like to see some, like a gesture of good faith by this group, stepping forward into the public and starting to actually work with people that can help them bring this all out properly to help humans, and to start having diplomatic discussions with appropriate people that they need to be talking to. Not just, we are here and we're working through just Michael and he's giving you what he can. There's other people that they should be working with and talking to that can help them out to have better PR and a better image and actually get things rolling properly to help humanity. Now, will they step up and do this in the near future? I would hope so. They know what they need to do and they know what they need to change. It's up to them. The ball is in their ballpark. They have a lot of things to make right for what they haven't done and what they need to do. This particular Black Operations Group, or as what some call it, the UFO Control Group, they want specific type of people. They want to acquire what we can call psionic P7s, who have knowledge of Atlantean technology, who have knowledge of extraterrestrial exotic crafts, through past life experiences, through contact experiences, being on those crafts, being able to have access to the frequencies of those crafts, or you just have the specific genetic prerequisites that they're looking for. Like you've been Pleiadian, you've been Andromedan, you've been Sirian. You would think those are the most ubiquitous genetic types of extraterrestrials. But those extraterrestrials, those groups actually have very advanced technology. So do the Lyrans. They have very exotic ships that this Black Ops group has shot down. Sirian crafts, Pleiadian crafts. And they're looking for specific genetic markers in people who are of Pleiadian heritage, Andromedan heritage, Sirian, to figure out how these people's thought consciousness abilities work to connect to this craft technology, to harmonize the frequencies, the correct codes of consciousness, harmonization codes, because this technology connects to consciousness. That's what these P3s are doing, connecting with their psi abilities to the crafts to figure it all out. But the P7s can fly the crafts. They know the frequencies. They can harmonize with the tech perfectly. So you don't even need to give somebody drugs, uppers, to expand their brain capacity. P7s don't need drugs. This group knows this, and it wants P7s. But they can't just grab people that they want. They have a targeting list and an acquisitions list, but it's hard for them to get those people. Not unless something happens somewhere and something goes down. Then they can get some of those people, but it's not going to happen. So they have a hard time acquiring who they really want for the hard work. And that's not something that's going to change for them anytime soon, unless they actually want to change their policies and how they do things. Then maybe, if they help people, others could be willing to help them. It has to be a willingness and a reciprocity of how you work with somebody properly. Not in the shadows, not in secret, not by kidnapping, not by weird ways behind the scenes. It has to be done honestly and better for that kind of stuff to work. If they want something and, they need to properly address those people and work with them. You help me, I help you. We work in honesty to change the world for the better. Open and honest communication. This is the technology you guys have. You're willing to help humans clean up the planet, stop this dark stuff that's going on. Okay, good. Okay, great. We have a plan. Now we can help you with figuring out the tech because we have the ability to figure it out. Diplomacy, working in a proper way, not how they've been doing it before. So there's mechanisms here behind the scenes that have complexities, and this group needs more. They want more. But can they get it? Not really, unless things change. Then maybe. We'll see. So that's what I have. Thank you so much.